Hi, my name is Barry, and welcome to this session on test of orals for English language. We actually conducted this session as part of our free classes last week, but I realized there are many students from Ghana, Nigeria, and even here in Sierra Leone that have been asking me constantly to do more videos on the test of orals. Today we're doing just that. Now, so there are many aspects of the test of orals for English language, but we're going to cover, there are some videos I've already created earlier, so you can go onto my channel and look through the videos. But I'm also going to talk about word stress and intonation, particularly syllables and word stress, which I think is a topic that is rarely dealt with when schools are preparing their students. In general, for preparation for WASSCE, many schools treat a test of orals very late, which I think is a disservice to students. Now, some of the way you see the challenges with test of orals manifesting later on in life, apart from just not securing your credits to go to university, is when you're speaking to native speakers of English, they often will ask you to repeat what you've said, right? These are indications to tell you there are issues with your oral English. Or sometimes just when you are in a group where there are native speakers of English, you often struggle to keep up with the conversation, understanding everything they are saying. Again, it has to do with oral English. Or just if you're somebody who wants to improve your English speaking, it will do you really well to work on your oral English, even if you're not preparing for your WASSCE. Okay, so we don't have much time. We actually have only 20 minutes of recording time, so I'll set my timer for 15 minutes, and when it goes, we'll just wrap up, okay? Alright, so there are many areas of the test of orals for English. Some of these aspects I've already covered in earlier videos, so go through my channel, and there's 1-2 years ago I created videos on those topics. But I'll do a quick overview and then move on to syllables and word stress. One thing I want you to keep in mind with, first of all, as a beginner, is that the way words are pronounced is not always the same with the way they are written. Okay? Now, and this is why the International Phonetic Alphabet was invented. Okay, in the 90s. Now, and this International Phonetic Alphabet actually is based off of the Roman alphabet, which is used by 70% of the world's population. Okay, so it's very popular, many languages, English, French, Spanish, so many other ones. Okay, alright, so the focus with orals is the speaking, the sounds you hear. So some things here I'll be emphasizing them a bit more than average than I usually would, okay? And you won't reach, you rather reach perfection if you are not a native speaker. But even myself, some of these things I don't always do them, but when I'm teaching, they become more conscious. But I think in general it impacts your ability to speak clearly and understand spoken English. Okay, so I'll say the way words are written is not always the same as they are pronounced. For example, you see a word like Wednesday, right? It's spelled as W-E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. If you just follow with the step-by-step the sounds you're seeing, you will say Wednesday, right? But actually it's pronounced as Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay? Another word, through. Through, right? You through, right? But that's not how you pronounce it. Pronounce it as through. Now, there are sounds in English that you need to keep in mind that once you are able to recognize these sounds, you'll be able to know, oh, this is the word that is actually being pronounced here. Or this is how I should pronounce this word. Okay? Another one, consciousness, right? Consciousness. Now, the way it's written and the way it's being pronounced is completely different. For example, look at this letter S here. It's sound. It's almost sounding as a sh sound. Okay? So consciousness. Sh, consciousness. Right? Final example. Champagne. Champagne. Right? You would want to pronounce it as champagne, but it's sh. It's the same as the sound you see here. Okay? So keep in mind that, so this was the reason why it became necessary to develop and also to have a common way of representing the sounds of different languages. Okay? So that's something we need to keep in mind. So let's look at some of these aspects here. Let me put this away. So, for example, let's look at there's short vowels and there's long vowels. So there's vowel sounds in English and there is also consonant sounds. Notice carefully when I pronounce the vowel sounds, the two parts of my mouth there's no obstruction in the air that's flowing out. A, E, I, O, U. Right? So the sound just flows out. But see when I try to pronounce B, B, right? G, G. Like when you run and then you're tired, the sound is obstructed somehow. This one actually somewhere in the middle. Okay? But when I pronounce S for S, right? The sound is obstructed. And for the letter K. So therefore we have vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Okay? Now, so we have short vowels and we have long vowels. For example, a word that's like this one, S-I-P. This is sip. Right? Sip. S-I-P. Sip. Right? So you have three sounds in this one, S, E, and P. Now they come together, S, E, P, they form the word sip. Now, however, this sound E here is a very short one, sip. But when you have the word S-E-E-D, you have S again, you have another sound here, and then you have D. So this is Eed. So this is a seed. Seed. Now imagine you have a friend called just S-I-D. Seed. This is seed and this is seed. Okay? Another comparison of short and long vowel sound. Say we have the word bud and we have the word bird. Right? A bud, you know, like when there's a tree growing, before the branch grows out, it has like a shoot that's like a little bud, right? So that's a bud. A bud. B-U-D. Bud. Not bud, it's a bud. Okay? And then when you come down here, so this sound is so short one, Here it's B. D. So it's a bird. It's a bird. Other examples you have a girl. It's this long one. I-R. But this is one sound. Okay? So again it goes back. The way words are written is not always the way they are pronounced. Okay? A cup. Okay? What else? Let's look at another example. You have put and then you have moon, right? Please just put my book over there. But then overnight I came out and I saw there is a moon, right? It's a moon similar to broom. So that is the long version of that vowel sound. Moon, broom, good, right? And then you have put, which is the short version. Similarly, you have pack. Let's pack our things. But then We'll pack our things so that we can go to the park. You get that? So you have to know the difference between short vowel sounds and long vowel sounds. Let's quickly look at the excuse me, some of the consonant sounds. For example, here you have this sound, this symbol represents the sound. So example words are think, 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 thick, thick, right? Bath, north, north, lethal, lethal. So it's another one here we have shade, sure. So you have S, H, and S, sometimes representing the sound sh. You have pressure, pressure. Here, 2 S letters. Okay? These are digraphs, 2 letters representing one sound. And then you have ratio, ratio. So here again, the letter C is representing the sound sh. Another example, we have the symbol, this symbol represents the. So we have this, there, lather, sieve, sieve, okay? And then we have father, father, is my father, right? The. Now how about another one? Here we have je, je. This symbol represents je. Example words, genre, genre. So G here represents je, right? Genre. We have usual. So the X here represents je. Before it represents sh. Keep these things in mind. You have vision, vision. Here the X again represents je. Pleasure, regime, garage. Right? Not a garage, but a garage. Je. Okay? Okay. Another, let's try and cover these 2 difficult ones also. You have here, this is ch, this is chain, chain. One thing, a rule you keep in mind, that's another secondary rule, is that whenever you have 2 vowels going together, the first one says its actual letter name, not the sound. Okay? So you have C-H-A-I-N. A and I are 2 vowels. They are going together. So we say A. So ch, A, N. Chain. So A and I are 2 vowels going together. So the first one says its name and you ignore the second one. Same example here, we have chi. E and A go together. We only pronounce the first one, E. Chi. Okay? Now, we have it, so our focus here is on the ch sound. Culture, culture, okay? Trench, trench. Next, we have this other sound, which is n, n, n. Example, singer. Remember, this is not a singer, this is a singer. NG is n. And then we have hanger. Hanger, not a hanger. Hanger. King, king. NG, n. And then we have song. Singing a song. Right? And then we have tongue, not tongue. Tongue. Right? Okay. That's for the sounds in general. These are some of the really challenging ones. And then you have the last one we'll look at here. I think we have j. This is jump, jump, jump. Remember this one is up, jump, j, up, jump. And then you have education, education, education. Right? This D here is j, education. Similarly, in the example here we have individual, 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 j, and then we have age. So that's a quick run through of the sounds, the alphabet and IPA. Next, we are going to look at syllables and stressed syllables.